And I was like, a card?
I was yelling, record! I was like clicking record and she wasn't going.
Well, hey, everybody. I'm Lauren.
Hello, I'm Bridget. I'm in high def now, and I have an actual real microphone. So look at
Bridget
me.
got a new computer. It's very exciting. So if you hear everything crystal clear, it's because Bridget's new computer is really dope, and she has a really cool new mic.
I do.
Mine will still be trash forever. So
no, you're getting a new mic this weekend.
Yes,
because I accidentally bought two. Now, Bridget, how do you accidentally buy two mics? Well,
thanks for asking that question for us, Bridget.
You're welcome. So, I wanted a mic and I wanted a boom setup because it would be nice to not like have to like hunch down and lean forward into my mic. So me and the guy at Best Buy were like, here's this boom arm. It matches the lovely blue Yeti mic I'm holding. And I was like, man, this boom arm is like $200. It's really expensive. What an idiot. And so I buy both only to realize the boom arm is so expensive because it comes with a microphone. So I bought two of the same microphone, but the boom arm is all black. And the other one that I really liked was shiny blue. So I was like, well, I'm going to return this. And then I was like, oh, maybe Lauren wants a mic. So we're exchanging microphones, and Lauren gets a shiny blue mic that I really liked tomorrow without a boom arm because it's not $200.
But so that's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I also get to profit from your mistake.
You know, I found out last night I also made another mistake.
What did you do?
So I bought Microsoft Office for this new computer because I was like, it normally only works for one computer. And I had it on my laptop.
Oh no.
And apparently with your Mac, I had all my hard drive backed up onto my external hard drive. And so when it was like, hey, you want to just pull your old hard drive onto this computer? I was like, yeah. So I didn't have to download any of my apps or anything. All the setting, desktop arrangement, backgrounds, everything was the same, including my Microsoft Office subscription. So I bought another one of that too. And I was like, geez, why did I go to Best Buy? I just left with two of everything. So now I'm going to ask my parents if they want Microsoft Office for their computer.
They probably will. It's very useful.
Yeah, because my mom got it for free through her school, but she retired. And so now none of it works. And I was like, well, here you go. I bought a subscription and I haven't opened it because I apparently already had it.
Oh, Bridget.
Oh, Bridget. Yeah, that's the motto of my Best Buy trip. Oh, I thought I was being so productive.
That's okay. It is productive. You are productive.
For others.
I now also have to go to Best Buy today, and I don't want to. But we're recording this on Friday, the day this releases, because many technical issues, mostly on my part. So it's time that I just spend the money to get a computer. Probably won't be the world's best computer, but honestly, anything's better than what I have.
Anything other than a Chromebook is our motto.
I may end up with the laptop. I may end up with a PC. Who knows? Life is going to be very interesting today.
As long as you got a payment plan, no worries.
Yeah, but I don't have a Best Buy credit card, and I don't want one.
Oh, I have one. It's the nicest thing because I had to buy. In San Antonio, we one time had a really bad lightning storm. And it fried my modem. And so I was like, is there like how we have the, I've lost all the words. What's it called? Electric, that you plug your stuff into that stops it from overcharging.
Oh no.
So sorry.
What is it called? Why would you do this?
Everybody's gonna listen to me like
Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker. That's what they call it with all the big stuff. It's a stormbreaker or a surger.
Surge protector. Surge protector. Oh my gosh. Wow, everybody listening is like, they're the dumbest people alive.
Okay, with big computers, they call it a storm surger, so it does work. And I used to work with projectors. I'm sorry.
Surge protector. So
Surge
I had to
protector.
buy a surge protector for my modem because I realized, oh, modems can also plug into a wall, and when your your apartment gets hit by lightning, it will fry it. Because I just came home from work after that storm and was like, oh, why is nothing working? It
Oh.
fried everything. It fried my Roku, fried my modem. So I, where was I going with this story? Why was I telling you about the surge protector?
Uh, Best Buy
Oh, Best Buy.
credit
Okay,
card.
so that's why I had it, because it was like $200 for the one that like fit my apartment and could have extra plugs too, because I needed it to not block all the plugs, because that's the only place where my TV could plug in also. And so it was like $200, and at the time I definitely was not making enough money and did not have $200. So like, you want to apply for a Best Buy credit card? I was like, is there like, how does this work? He's like, I mean, it's just kind of like a payment plan. You can choose 12 months financing, anything over $200, or you can, there's another option, but I never do it. And I was like, oh, so nothing happens, I just get like 12 months to pay it off? He's like, yeah. And I was like,
See,
let me go buy a extra cable real quick, and it like came out to like $202, so I got to finance it, and that's
see,
what
I've
I
never
got.
had a credit card before. I'm an adult woman who's never had a credit card,
They're
and
trapped. They're trapped.
yeah, so and I know eventually I need one to build credit
Hmm.
because I will want to buy a home with my husband at some point in our lives. Um, but like, yeah, for like the longest time, I had like zero credit because I'd never had a credit card, and everything I'd had was paid through my dad. So like, my car I bought with my dad, so it was in his name, and school stuff I had paid out of pocket and just did all of that. And so when I went to buy my new car, they asked me if my identity had been stolen because I had no credit, and I was like, no, it is not. And so we had to go through like this whole list of things, just like, has this ever happened to you? Has this ever happened to you? What about this? And I'm like, I don't have credit. Like I
Of course.
exist. I'm a person, but I've always been I save up for things I want, I buy it in full and I'm done. So even if I were to apply for this credit card, I don't think I would get this credit card. I mean, I have credit now because I have a car in my name and, I've paid stuff off and done all this crap, but it's I don't know. I'd probably be denied for the credit card to
I
even
think
begin with, and
you would
I don't want my
probably
credit.
get it, but
Yeah.
you just wouldn't have a very high limit.
And that sounds awful. Why would I want that? I'm probably just gonna go on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can buy.
Apparently, it works great. Yeah. So, y'all, I found my Mac on Facebook Marketplace. I wanted to buy, the 2021 iMacs. They're all in pretty colors, and I wanted a blue or green one, and they're really nice. And the way I wanted it set up, it was going to be 1,699. And I was like, well, I don't got that kind of money to play with, because I'm gonna start in April. I move into my apartment, and I kind of need some new furniture, and I need to see if I need to sell some things already from my old apartment to this one, because it is downsizing a bit.
You definitely need to sell some things. All of your stuff barely fit into your apartment. I can attest. I helped
Lord
you
helped
pack
pack
it.
most of my
Also,
apartment.
you need to give me your move-in date so I can help you move.
April 7th.
April. That's my anniversary.
Well, okay.
Okay, so I'm not helping you move. I'm sorry.
I can get everything in my apartment on April 7th, and then any other
Okay,
time after that, you can help me unpack and organize, because
that sounds great. I
I'm
love
gonna have
it.
everybody move the boxes, and then I think my mom's gonna just like stay over, and I mean, I will live like 7 minutes from my parents, so she's just gonna help unload, and so you can just come over and help us organize where things are. It has so many
Okay.
cabinets in that apartment, though. Did I send you the video? Did they ever go through?
Yeah, you sent me the
Okay, good.
video.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's very nice.
Very excited. It's downsizing quite a bit, but San Antonio's cost of living is way cheaper than Buda Austin area, as I
It
pinpoint
is.
my location.
It's okay. I did too. So you're
But yeah, so oh yeah, my Mac desktop, man, today I haven't taken my pills yet.
it's okay, man.
So I gotta eat lunch
Disagreements.
before I take my pills, and so my brain is lagging.
I'm only half a cup of coffee in, so I'm very slow today. So we're
Try
fine.
not to drink coffee because I think I'm super dehydrated, and so I've got like an extra dehydration pill in my water, and I'm like trying.
I chugged an entire half gallon of water last night in my sleep, so that's cool. I started sleeping with my water bottle next to my bed, and apparently I'm just always hella thirsty. So I woke up this
That's
morning.
like when you get most dehydrated.
filled
You
it.
sleep and you don't drink water.
I had filled it all the way to the top. It's completely empty. So I'm just, and it's not like I didn't spill anything. It's one of those like super grip things, and it's got that thing that you have to like bite down to get water to come out of it.
I
So
want you to get a camera, and it's gonna be like Steve is like biting it and like sucking all the water out of it.
you know what? He might, but he would leave little teeth marks.
That's
and
very true.
there weren't any. There were only big girl teeth marks. So
I wasn't ready for big girl teeth marks. What a
I'm a big girl, and they were my teeth.
All right, well, let's write that down. Big girl teeth marks.
Like, I was the Titan. My water bottle was Eren's arm. And
we haven't
they were
even
my
started
teeth
talking
marks.
about the show, and I've already got a title written down. This is
It's always my stupid words.
Hey,
Always.
No, there was that one where I said it, and
That one. We're like, this is the 21st episode we've done. And it's just full of my stupid ass saying dumb things.
It's normally because I'm reading like a synopsis of the show play
How
by
dare
play, and you're helping commentate and give more info. So you have more
Sad.
opportunities to say original things rather than.
I'm positive that you're about to get a lot more stupid crap from me because I'm reading through my notes right now. Yeah.
Disclaimer, everyone listening, my notes are super short this week because it was a lot of.
It's been a week.
We're yelling, we have plans, we're not doing it. And then we're yelling, we have plans, and we're not doing it. And then we're yelling, we have plans, we started the plan, and the episode ended.
So, like, not a whole lot happened on screen, but a whole lot happened in my heart, and I don't know what's going on. So I have very complicated
But a whole lot
notes
happened in my heart
today. I'm actually kind of glad that we're watching Attack on Titan. I know. I made a big stink, but I'm actually enjoying it a lot. So I'm looking forward to starting season 4 once we're done with this season. Because I think I'm going to restart because I only got so far in. So I'm going to restart the last part of 4 and just finish it.
Shane was texting me at 1:30 last night. I was half asleep and I was like, my phone's dinging, and I rolled over, and he was catching up on the new episodes last night, and I was like, I need to respond. Only like one other person in our friend group is fully caught up.
Yeah, Will hasn't started part 2 because he's waiting for me, which makes me feel bad. I know.
Well, then I have sent him TikToks that are very spoilery.
He's not watching them.
Oh, good, because I was like, I assumed he was still watching live.
He is not. So
good.
Yeah, he's not.
Don't
send either of us Attack on Titan.
I haven't sent you any that are spoilery. I've found the meme ones, and I was like, that's funny, and then I sent them to you. But I definitely was sending Will spoilery part 2.
Dana sent me an Attack on Titan TikTok, and I just skipped it immediately. Like, I don't even know what it was. I was just like, nope. Don't want that on my algorithm right now. Can't deal with it. That's
very true. Don't get your algorithm set to it, because man, the memes are hot. They're great. Like they're not like making fun of the episode because the episodes have been so good, but there's just situations that you can make great memes. Is there a puppy?
Yeah. Can you hear their pittering?
I hear little tootsies.
Yeah. Steve just exited the bedroom, so the puppies are here.
Steve has left the building.
Hi, Steve.
Steven! Oh, there's Steven. For anybody listening, if you've never seen Steven, he's adorable long-haired chihuahua, little poochie, and he's adorable. There's no other word for it. He's grumpy old man, though.
Kind of looks like a Lobo right now, because he needs a haircut real bad.
But he's so cute.
But I'm trying to find a groomer that I like, because I usually take him to PetSmart, and I don't like them very much.
You know, Paris does grooming. That's what she used to do.
What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. Does she still do it? Or is it?
That's how she makes her side money, is she does dog grooming still.
And I'll text her because he needs it real bad. He gets really itchy, so he needs a good bath and a haircut.
She's so good at dog grooming, and she's going to school to be a vet, so she's just super animal heavy. Like that's, I think that might have what caused it. She worked at Petco and worked in the grooming station for a long time, and then when she left there, she still kept grooming because she got her own equipment and knew how to do it.
Hell yeah. I was trying to do it myself, but it's hard, and his hair is so coarse and weird. I just can't. He always looks so much worse when I'm done, and then like after a week he looks great.
And she's good because she used to have a little poodle who had the curls, and those curls could mat up, and he was an old man poodle. So he had some dirt. He would try and roughhouse with the boys, or he was such a grumpy man in his old age. SpongeBob, he's adorable.
Will sent me a TikTok last night, and when I get home, I'll lay next to Will, I'll cuddle up, and we'll watch all the TikToks I was sent yesterday. And I was sent, 38 TikToks? And I always say Will's for last because he gets so excited to see what he sent me and see how I react to it. And if anyone knows me, which all of you do because so little people listen, I love cartoons that have music in them. Like musically charged cartoons are my life. And he sent me
Adventure Time, Steven Universe.
Yes, but he sent me a song from SpongeBob, the Ripped His Pants song, and I knew the entire song. Didn't know like this just charged something in my body. And it's this guy. He was like singing the crap out of it. So I started singing the crap out of it. And after it finished, I just kept going. And I was like, eventually Will's gonna stop me. But I was jamming out, and I finished the whole song. And I looked over, and he's just smiling at me, all sweet. And he was just like, I loved that. And I was like, oh, my whole heart is just so
To any
broken.
single men listening, I will also sing you songs if you would like to date me.
But I'm also a classically trained opera singer. Everyone, please remember
That's
that.
also
I'm a
very
very
true.
good singer.
I did Broadway shows in high school, so different.
Can you hear him whining in my microphone?
No, but I just saw the paw like, mother, stop, please, no more
No.
cuddles.
He loves me. He's gonna smile. Do you see him smiling? No, he's not
Steven!
smiling
He's not
anymore.
smiling.
He was.
I was like,
for a
that face
second.
looks like, Mom.
That's me.
Not in front of
Do you
my
want
friends,
down?
Mom.
Do you want down, or do you just want to be like this?
It doesn't look like he wants down. It looks like he just is like, please stop kissing me.
He hates being kissed. He'll turn his face away from it.
Peggy
It's
does
so
it
rude.
too. But
I'm
Peggy's
just like,
also a
excuse
cat.
you.
Peggy's also a cat, so it's a dangerous game. One time she just like held my cheek with her teeth when I was kissing her, and I was like, all right, I'll stop. I was like, don't bite. Don't bite. All right, maybe we should talk about the show. I don't know.
I guess so. All right, so we'll go. So this week we watched episode 8. Let me.
Hi,
Hold on, I have to
Steven.
sit down. I can hear his heartbeat. The struggle for trust, part 4.
I was like, Stevens?
No. Then we watched episode 9, whereabouts of his left arm, the struggle for trust, part 5, and episode 10, response, the struggle for trust, part 6.
Struggle for part trust 6. Yeah.
I actually had a really frustrating moment at the beginning of this. I went to go watch this on Funimation, and the subtitles for episode 8 were only in Spanish and Portuguese.
What?
So, yeah, I don't know what happened. So I attempted
No habla
to
español.
switch over.
¿Cómo se dice Titan?
I attempted to switch over to the English dub just for that episode, and I couldn't do it. I watched about 2 minutes.
You had to hear Eren yelling like this.
It was too much, so I switched over to Netflix. So here is your Netflix summary.
Back to Netflix. Yeah!
Back to Netflix. Here's your Netflix summary for episode 8. I can hear his heartbeat. Armin comes up with a risky plan that pits Titans against Titans as the abandoned cadets attempt to make their way back to headquarters. That's it.
That's not
That's
bad.
the whole summary. They did okay. But I'm still grumpy that I had to switch to Netflix.
I would have loved if all your notes were in Spanish and you just did.
I spoke Spanish. Great. But I'm trash, so I don't speak a second language.
Yeah, we're American. We're so sorry our American schooling system is such crap. So we only learn English, but I was in one of those programs where they started teaching us basic Spanish. We had that as an elective starting in 4th or 3rd grade. So I know my colors, I know fruit, I know how to ask where the bathroom is, I know basic conversation Spanish, but if you respond to me, it will take me forever to break down every single word and figure out, and then knowing a word but can't remember what it means, and that's not great conversation. I also took 3 years in high school, and I took 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade Spanish, and I took 3 years in college, but guess what? I still can't really do it.
Well, I took French in high school. I was vice president of the French club.
Did you sell bonbons?
No, we did not.
But I bought bonbons. I bought so many sour apple bonbons.
I was so bad at French that I was almost not let into French 4, but my French teacher liked me so much that he was like, all right, but you always have to answer the questions and I can use you as an example of how to fix it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that's how that worked for me. I was so good at French.
Use you as an example.
Which is also really sad because my grandparents are French. Like my grandfather, John, who recently passed, he is from Toulouse. Like he speaks mostly French. My grandmother is fluent in French because she married a French man. And I cannot speak French to save my life. I couldn't tell you anything at all.
I did a DNA test recently and got it back. It's not surprising. I'm white as they come.
What?
What? Yeah. And the two biggest ones are ones I already knew because my grandma tracked us. So 34% Germanic Europe, 21% Scottish, and I was like, cool, knew those. Dope. But 18% Norway.
Hey,
that one was a surprise.
From Norway, man, I don't believe it. Do you hate me?
I hate you so much. My people are offended.
No, they're not.
My people that I just found out about 5 minutes ago.
Hey, everyone from Norway, are you offended?
Please listen. Eastern Norway, Telemark, Buskerud border, and then Rolag, Sigdal, Flesberg, and Krosrad. I don't know. There's an O with a dash in it, so I don't really know how to say that. Okay. But I was like, oh, Norwegian, okay. And then Sweden and Denmark, 9%. England and Northwestern Europe, duh, as every white person colonized, 7%. Wales, 4%. Eastern Europe and Russia, 4%. Ireland, 3%. I knew the Irish was real low because our family's like, we're Scottish, not Irish. And I'm like, okay. Okay.
Sheesh. I know that I'm Scottish and my grandmother's upset about it because she wanted us to be Irish. That's all I know. I don't know why she's upset about it because, sometimes when old people just get in a tangent about things, I space out and disassociate. So that's definitely what happened whenever she was talking about it. But I caught that bit. That's all I know.
It's fun. I that's what I did for Christmas was I got an ancestry DNA test. They accidentally mailed me 2 though. So I paid for 1 and I got 2. So I had my brother do it. And so we're waiting on his results to see what his is. Because we don't have the same biological father. So we're going to see how different he is or if we're all still whitey, white, as my brother said.
I hope he's black. That's what I want for your brother.
The weird thing is, though, there is Native American on my biological father's side, but
not in you.
Apparently not in me. So I'm not quite sure. You can go back to my grandfather on my biological father's side. It's listed in the registry, Cherokee Nation. It didn't show up on the DNA test, so I'm like, were they just the token white person of the city? Because that must have been it. Because, I thought maybe that's why my skin was red, but apparently it's just Scottish.
I like to think that you, just
Me.
you, are so white that all of the Native American blood was like, can't do it.
Not that's a good star.
There's
Beliefs.
too much settler
Go
in
in
this
that.
one. We gotta go.
There's too much colonization. Bail. That's probably exactly what happened.
Like, I can sense the smallpox. We gotta go.
So bad. America, we're so great. We killed everyone.
I'm sorry.
That was really
guys.
good.
That was a hard joke.
That was really good though.
It's early in the morning. It's not even early in the morning. It's almost noon. I feel like it's early in the morning.
Oh my gosh, we've done like 30 minutes of recording and haven't talked about the show.
I gave you a summary.
You gave us a summary. I will stop. You said something about DNA and I was like, oh, I just got my results today. Like I said, I haven't taken my pills yet, so sorry. Oh dear.
Hope you liked the last episode because this one's gonna be exactly the same.
Oopsies. All right, here we go. So I can hear his heartbeat. There was a recap. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out this mic placement and it won't hold still.
Now it's like right in front of your face.
I touched it and then it disconnected again. I forgot about that. I'm back.
Bridget. Okay.
I mean, I have to go right in front of my face. Sorry, video watchers. I'm working on it.
You can look at my beautiful reactions.
I'll
make sure to be really expressive.
Yeah. Lauren,
today.
you gotta hold for both of us now.
What? Okay, let's go.
It's just your automatic a stoner in like a movie where they like say this plan and they go, wow. Okay, so they start the episode with a recap. Titans appeared again. Eren gets eaten. Everyone's dying. Mikasa is amazing when Eren's dead. New Titan that kills other Titans. Elf-eared, weird jaw, green eyes. That's the new Titan. Here we go. So Armin's like, hey, what if we lure this good Titan?
Okay, in that recap, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna say this because I'm really upset. Why does she just throw the knife over the side of the building? I get that it's small, but they could still use it, and
it was symbolic because Armin's like, I will kill myself with this knife, and she's like, no.
Well, it's incredibly wasteful. That is all I have to say.
Symbolism, Lauren. You know
little resources.
You did English and poetry and music. Symbolism.
I'm a writer. I understand, but in a war, keep your knife, dude. Like, come on, don't
blade.
Throw it over the building. If I were Armin, I'd be like, bro,
that's wasteful.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, well, okay. So yes, and they threw the small blade over the building. So they're going to lure this good. I keep calling it Good Titan because we don't have a name for it yet. Behind me, that is Good Titan.
Hello, Good Titan.
Hello, Good Titan.
Good Titan. Good
Titan.
Good Titan. Yes.
I just laughed so hard I cut out my microphone. Oh no. Okay.
Lauren's funny in the morning, guys. We should just always record in the morning.
Maybe not on Friday mornings. All right, here we go. So they're gonna lure the Good Titan to headquarters and have it take down the other Titans because he seems to be really mad at other Titans.
Makes sense.
Then my next bullet point is they make it to headquarters. Because that's literally how the episode goes. They swing around. You see in headquarters, the rest of the team is there. And they're like, where's Mikasa? What happened? And they're like, I don't know. And then they're yelling at the people that are hiding in there because they're scared. They're like, you literally left us stranded for dead because you're hiding in here. And Jean punches someone. They're like, Jean, no. Jean's like, Jean, yes. Anyway, so they make it to headquarters, and the Good Titan is taking out most of the big Titans outside the walls.
Ooh, excellent shot too of him punching out those two Titans that were in the hole. That was a really cool shot of anime. I watched that and I was like, yeah. I'm about it.
Attack on Titan was voted best anime this year. That doesn't have anything to do with this season, but for the Crunchyroll Awards,
how exciting!
It is best anime, and I would tell you who won best antagonist, but it's a bit spoilery, so I won't tell you that. But you know who they are.
You do. We met 'em.
Yeah, so that's fun. And if you don't believe in us that you should watch the show, and somehow you're on this episode and haven't watched the show, it's a good show. Okay, so he's taking out all the big ones outside, and then Armin creates a plan for the Titans that flooded the little basement and that are 4 meters tall. They're going to go to the basement with rifles and fire on them when range to distract them and injure them. And then they're going to have people in the rafters, the few people that have blades left. And then they're going to cut the nape in their neck. But they only have like 1 blade. So it's like, you got to do it. You got to do it, or else they're going to come back and kill us. So that's the plan. So now everyone is in the rafters. They've got the rifles lined. If you're watching the intro, they show this like video of all of them with the rifles firing in this like square little shaft that goes down into the basement. So they're all lining. They have to wait until the Titans are in super, super close range. Like the rifle is going to touch the Titan's eyeball, because rifles do like nothing for damage. So it just has to be close range damage, just enough to distract them so that they can cut the napes. Oh, that's that phrase was
okay.
No. Cut the nape. So I was like, I don't know why that. So they do it. It's successful. People are cutting napes, but Sasha and Connie miss my sweet little lovable dum-dums. And now the big wild-eyed, brown-eyed Titan girl is going after them. Sasha is scrambling on the ground, yelling apologies. I'm so sorry, Titan. I didn't mean to hurt you. Which is really adorable. It just shows you Sasha's character. She's the sweetest of all sweets. But it made me laugh. And then at the same time, Annie and Mikasa take down that Titan and save Connie and Sasha, because they're really the most talented fighters they have, and just amazing ladies. So now they can refill all their tanks for their ODM gear so they can swing out of here behind the wall and be safe. So Mikasa looks down and sees the other Titans are now eating Good Titan above me. Good Titan.
Poor Good Titan.
And he's just like standing there kind of letting them take it, and like his rib cage is getting eaten, his like arm is getting gnawed on, and they're all kind of like freaked out because they're like, cannibalism, like Titans don't normally eat other Titans, and they normally only eat humans, so it's very weird. 1, he's already killing other Titans, but 2, now the Titans can smell him and eat him. That's very odd. So she said she was there, it's back. Okay. My mic keeps like shorting because I need an extra adapter. So sorry if I pause. But she says, she looks down and is like, man, I was really hoping he'd be our hope and our ally, because that was like their one chance they actually stood against Titans, was a Titan on their side. Reiner, Annie, and Bertold all say they should keep him as an ally. Interesting. Remember that. We'll come back to that in like season 2. Is this season 2 or is it in season 1?
I think it's season 2. I'm pretty sure it's season 2. It's season 2. It's season 2 because it's season 2.
Oh, well, sorry, y'all. But season remember that for season 2.
So I loved season 2.
Is that when we're more in the corpse outside the walls?
Yeah, season 2 is
season 2 is
amazing.
Really good. So they say they should keep him as an ally. They should try and help him. And when the good Titan sees the Titan that's walking up, the one that can jump, that ate Thomas, and Armin's like, that's the Titan that ate Thomas. He immediately just starts raging, and so he runs off, ripping his arm off because the Titans were gnawing on it. He's still like missing half a rib cage.
Am I right?
Am I right?
Who needs arms?
Extra limbs that weigh you down. And immediately runs towards
Limitless. Is that a good one?
No. Were any of them good? No.
My heart. I'm sorry.
That's my feeling towards that. Okay, so then he runs towards it and just immediately clamps down on the nape. I've said that word too many times now. It just sounds bad.
The anime says it like 1,000 times an episode. It's okay. It's okay. Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Nape it be.
Let it be. Nape it be.
Now we just going down a rabbit hole.
Cut their effing napes off. Let it be.
Okay, so then he just like runs and immediately chomps down on the nape, like knowing exactly where to go to kill it. And yeah, then he collapses and lays on the ground, and they're like, well, I guess he's dead. And they're all staring down, and it's like steaming, like showing that it's dead, but it took down the one that killed Thomas. And then all of a sudden, like a really creepy reveal, its nape busts open, and guess what? A person emerges from it, like muscular attached, like to the Titan, and then it rips off, and they're dramatically like arched backwards in the steam.
Little Mermaid, straight up.
Little Mermaid hair flip style, exactly what that was. And guess who it is? It's Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager. That's pretty good. That felt
good. That was good. So it's Eren, and they're all like, what? Mikasa shoots down there as quick as she can and runs to him and grabs him as he dramatically collapses out of the body. And you can hear his heartbeat. She's like listening to it. He is alive and has 2 arms and has 2 legs, which is very important note because Eren only had 1 arm and 1 leg when he was swallowed by said Titan.
Yep.
So
and then she starts sobbing.
And I'm like, oh, there went all of our character development. Yep. Literally. And so Armin is utterly confused. And they bring him to the top of the roof, and Armin does this really sweet, like, interlocking fingers with him because he's like, no, your hand was gone. I saw it.
So incredibly gay.
I don't think Eren is. I think but Armin is.
Armin is so
Armin
in love with
loves
Eren.
Eren.
Eren doesn't care about anything except for Titans. That's just a fact. But Armin is in love with Eren.
Loves Eren, and that's just canonically fact.
I really think that Armin, Eren, and Mikasa are a power throuple, and Eren has nothing to do with it. It's just the other two that are like, no, he is ours now.
If anybody's watching Euphoria, that's basically what just happened in one of the last episodes.
Oh, cool. Power thruples are dope. We
does not end well.
Oh, no.
Don't be a power throuple with a drug addict.
Well, yeah, that's a bad idea.
Bad idea.
But I mean, I guess you could argue it's better than being a power throuple with Eren.
From what I'm seeing, it might be better to just have someone who doesn't know they're in the power throuple than someone that is a drug addict in the power throuple.
Okay, cool. Fair enough.
So after credits, it looks like Eren's explaining things to his people, and it looks like the general's real mad, and the ominous quote that Armin tells us, you might just find the swords of your allies turned on you. So they always drop, it's never like a short quote like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was. It's like a paragraph of ominous quotes. So I've just been writing down like the last sentence that's normally that's Will just talked about it is jammies.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He did. And so I just catch the end of that last quote. But yeah, that leads us to episode 9. Oh wait, you have voice actors.
I don't have voice actors.
That's right.
Episode. There are none. Everyone is exactly the same. But I do have mid.
Oh yeah, they don't translate them.
And I have 2 fun facts for this episode. Because I guess this episode was fun enough to have facts. Let's go. So our mid-episode screens are just talking about ODM gear mechanisms. So it's just talking about there's fans inside of them, and when the gas is blown, it spins when the gas is blown into them, and that's what projects them forward. So that's how that works. All right. And then you adjust the gas compression with the oh my gosh, the little gun nozzle thing triggers, on their
it
blades.
Looks like you're playing a flute or a clarinet.
You know me. No, I played the tuba. It's you know,
it's a trumpet.
And then my fun facts are the Titan that Sasha couldn't kill is the same one that killed Mina Carolina from Troop 34.
Yep.
So good thing that one died. We don't like it.
We don't.
And it's gone.
Mm-mm.
And then in the manga, it was Marco who said that Sasha and Connie were in danger, not Rhina. I don't know why they changed that in the anime, but they did. And
They
it's
want
not
Rhino to have
important,
more screen time.
but it was important to me. So
the manga is really interesting because they give you a lot more details. I was showing Lauren because last week we were talking about when we saw Franz, yeah, that was his name, and how we were like, well, there's a lot of blood, it looks like maybe he doesn't have a lower half, and then the manga absolutely showed that there is no lower half. He was straight up ripped in half, and she's doing CPR on just a torso, and you're
like, bro, he did
what? So that scene makes so much more sense with it being fully. I guess they're still trying not to push their limits too much. It doesn't really happen in later seasons.
No, they know what limits they can push in later seasons. They don't care as much.
R.I.P. Petra. Y'all don't know her yet.
Well, you meet her in the next episode, dude. She's one of my voice actors. So thank you for that. Episode 9, whereabouts of his left arm. The Netflix summary is as follows. Cannons are fixed on Eren as he struggles to remember what happened to him inside of the belly of a monster and how he ended up humankind's enemy. That's it.
Yeah, my bad about Petra.
Yeah, bro. Calm down.
I only associate her with the forest in season 2, so I completely forgot about that.
Well,
even though I
Levi are kind of buddies.
Yeah.
So, bro, no more RIPs. Okay?
No more RIPs.
Mm-mm.
Unless they happen in the episode.
Yes.
Here we go. Military casualties were profound because the scouts had left on a reconnaissance mission that morning. So that we're seeing why all the cadets and MPs had to fight the Titans and not the scouts who were like trained to fight Titans. So we are seeing a flashback of their reconnaissance mission of them trying to take back land. So we see Commander Erwin, Captain Levi, and Hange. I am so happy we get to see some Hange. I'm sad because
no one said her name in the episodes. I couldn't.
I know, but just so y'all know, y'all will love Hange because she's amazing. She's great. She's the quirkiest, but smart, but weird, and like Levi's best friend, and I love it.
Okay, so Erwin is Levi's best friend, so calm down.
No. Erwin is Levi's crush.
Calm down. That's true.
Hange is his best friend. Erwin is his crush. He would do anything Erwin says, and he loves Erwin.
And Petra is his fangirl.
Yes. And Hange is his best friend. Like, the way they treat each other, they're like brother, sister, and I love them. I love that dynamic. Especially watching current seasons. Just love Hange and Levi. Okay, so that is my next bullet point. I love Hange and Levi.
My first bullet point in this, so I have 3 bullet points that came all back to back, and it is 1, Levi is a god. 2,
like 5 about Levi too.
2, I love him. 3, a very kind, very clean, super cool god who I love.
So here's mine. So I wrote one in between all of I love Hange and Levi, and the next one's I'm about to read. It says their death toll for the scouts exceed 30%, because I was like, that's a fact. I guess I should write in there. But then it was Levi is an amazing killer. Next bullet point, and so suave. And next bullet point, his intro is amazing. Next bullet point, Hange is crazy, but we love her.
Oh my god. I had a 4th one. I just saw it. It said, Erwin loves him too.
So, just if you need to know, this is your other trio, and they're amazing.
They're one of my more favorite anime trios. They're pretty fun.
Erwin is the one that has like hold the group together. Levi is the muscle and looks. I mean, Erwin's really, really pretty too.
I was gonna say, calm down.
And then Hange is brains, but chaotic brains. So they have to reel her in, and I love it. And I love their glasses that they wear, because you don't want your glasses falling off your face. So they've got these cool like triple like straps around their head. I don't know. I would wear them. So here we go. So we get a lot of one-liners of Levi zipping around killing titans like a madman, and one of my favorite ones I wrote, I know you can't help being hideous, but I grow tired of looking at you. As he kills a titan, and I was like, bless. And my next bullet point was literally all one-liners and epic kills. And then I wrote, oh, Petra, ... I forgot about Petra. So one of their comrades are dying, and Levi encourages him and makes sure that they die with honor. You can tell like how deep they're laying on the ground and they're holding him up, and he's about to succumb to his injuries, and you can just tell how much Levi cares for his people. He's like, your death is not in vain, and he like holds
him holding his hand after he made such a big stink about like washing off the titan blood, and then he grabbed it and he was like all bleeding. It was so sweet.
He's very OCD and germaphobe, and so he was like washing off titan blood was like disgusting.
It hurt me.
When his comrade was dying and was covered in blood, you like they really make a point to like show the close-up of the hands clasping and the blood being on it and making a really gross squishy noise, but he would do it because his comrade needed it, and I'm like,
it hurt me.
His people above everything. And I was like, oh, he's such a good person. I love him so much. Okay. Oh, gosh. So now we go back to Eren Yeager. Eren, people are gonna get really annoyed of us doing
really
that.
It's hard to not say it that way. I challenge anyone to
Eren
say his
Yeager.
full name. Just say his first name, and then we won't have to do it.
Nah, I don't want to do it. I want to say Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager.
It's so fun. The memes that come out of it too, like that one guy that does all those anime TikToks, and he's like, "Roll call, Eren Yeager." Sir, can you not say my name like that? It's great. Okay, so Eren has a memory of waking up inside the Titan's belly with dead troops just floating around him in blood. One of them was still alive and saying, "Help me, it's so hot, I need to go home," and crying for their mom. And then they like sink down into the blood. So then Eren starts thinking about his mom and feeling really sad and how she got killed by a Titan. And then he starts raging out. Eren yells that he refuses to die like this and that he'll kill them all with his bare hands. Because suddenly a giant arm shoots out of the mouth of Santa Titan, which is the Titan that bit and swallowed Eren. And then Eren emerges as a Titan, as the good Titan, busts out of him like a cocoon, a very bloody cocoon, destroying Santa Titan and birthing Eren Yeager, the good Titan. Yeager. He gets an official Titan name later, but you don't know it now.
But right now he's just good Titan.
He's good Titan. He's good Titan, elf ear Titan, green eyes, jaw Titan. But I can't say jaw Titan. Because later. So he then starts killing other Titans, and when Eren comes to from this memory, he, Armin, and Mikasa are surrounded by troops with guns and blades drawn on them. And it's the blades meant to take down Titans. They're not supposed to use it for other things other than taking down Titans. And he's very confused why he's on the ground and like Armin's having to hold him up, and why Mikasa's got her blades drawn at them, standing against them. And he's like, what is happening? Why are we in a standoff? And why are they looking at me like I'm a killer? So, the commander looks terrified. Eren's not sure what's happening. He says, are they terrified of me? I hate this commander. He's literally the worst. He's the one that like panicked and retreated while abandoning everyone. He's the one that said to that lady, yo, your son didn't die with honor. Everything's useless. Like someone needs to be forced into retirement ASAP because he's lost it.
We hate him.
We hate him.
He gets a name next episode, and I didn't even want to do his voice actor. I was like,
because we're mad. So Connie and Krista they're talking. We're looking at the rest of the troop. Eren and all of them are in a sequestered spot, and nobody else from their team is allowed to be there. But Connie and Krista and all of them and Ymir are talking, and Connie explains that they ran out of gas and we're lucky that they made it. Ymir's asking where Mikasa is at, and she's like, Mikasa didn't die, right? Like, she's too good. And Connie says that she came with Jean's group, and then they look at Jean, they're like, Jean, where's everybody? And Jean's like, I can't say, we got a gag order. And he looks like torn between he looks mad. He looks like he's torn between knowledge that he has. I mean, which is absolutely, if you got a gag order and you know they're maybe about to kill your friend who's a Titan, but you didn't know he was a Titan, and you're like, well, were you keeping it a secret? Were you a good Titan the whole time, or were you a bad Titan? Like, they don't know Eren's backstory. Eren doesn't know Eren's backstory yet. So that's complicated, and they can't talk about it. The engineering corps used the heap of Titan corpses to barricade the hole in the wall for now, which I was like, they can't move a boulder, but they can move all those heavy Titan corpses? How'd they do that?
Who knows, dude?
We don't get an explanation.
Nope.
So Hannes is saying that the kids he saved, Mikasa and Eren, will be safe. They're standing on top, but he's part of like the people that were helping barricade the wall. And he was saying they'll be safe. They know what it takes to stay alive. And that Armin kid is a genius. And because of that, they'll be fine.
I have such a bone to pick with this. It's really frustrating. So they do this thing with Armin, and it's the same thing that they do with Yaoyorozu in My Hero Academia, and it drives me absolutely crazy, where they feel the need to just overstate the character's genius so that
level.
You will know that they are a genius, when they could just do that through action and it would be far less annoying.
Yeah.
And it's just really frustrating because by
the
doing
last
that,
few episodes
really,
they've been,
by doing that, they're really taking away from the good that they're actually coming up with, because you expect it to be something insane because they're a genius, when it could just be a good plan and you could be like, oh, they're just a good strategist. Like, this makes sense.
Like, we knew Armin was a genius through previous stuff. And
you don't have to keep saying it, because if they had taken that out, these whole next 2 episodes
would have been more impactful.
They would have been much more impactful. And it just makes me mad. That's all. I'm off my box now.
Nah, I think you're right. And like, I think it's better if they, show don't tell. But also, like, the thing that I was okay with them telling was like, Armin, you have great negotiation skills. You're good with your words.
That was great.
Because they're making him realize it. Armin knows he's smart, so and he even says like, "I'm book smart. I'm not physically smart, or like strong." And they're like, "We need that."
And it just, it's so frustrating.
Nah, you right. You right.
I hate it. Stop doing this to characters, because you take a good character and you make it crap when it's good.
The number one creative writing thing: show don't tell.
Yes. Thank you. Jeez. Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, meanwhile, the colonel's trying to kill them. I don't know if he's a colonel or...
He's a captain.
Captain, okay. He's trying to kill them, and if they do anything suspicious, they will be shot by cannons. They ask Eren if he's human or Titan, and Eren's like, what? He has no idea and, like, no memory right now. They think Eren's playing innocent or ignorant. They think maybe it's a tactical diversion for the other Titans, like the Colossal Titan or the Armored Titan did come busting in, and they say that since they're this defiant and they want to kill him now while he's in human form, because they're like, oh, if you keep buying time, you're gonna turn into a Titan and then we won't win and you'll destroy us all. So they're like, we should kill you in human form, which is that classic like Minority Report thing, like you can't punish people before the crime. So stop. So they think maybe I just said that one. Okay, so Mikasa threatens them and not to, and says she'll attack their traitorous flesh if they go after him. And they're all pretty scared of Mikasa, and they even say like, we don't want to lose her because she's worth like 100 soldiers. Just to put in perspective how great she is. And Armin's the only logical one that says everyone needs to calm down and let's just talk this out and stop pointing weapons at each other. Do they listen to him? No. So Eren yells that he's human, and they're getting ready to open fire on him. And all of a sudden, in slow-mo, he lunges in front of Mikasa, and we see the key that's around his neck. It was like tucked into his shirt, and when he lunges, it pops out and like flies out. And we're like, oh yeah, that key thing that we just magically appeared on our neck that we know goes to the cellar, that we're just not going to think about. Like, this wasn't on my neck yesterday. My dad had it. Now it's on my neck. So we see Eren suddenly remembering that his dad Grisha injected him with something and saying that when he transforms, to use the memories to guide him and to save Mikasa and Armin and reclaim Walmaria and head to the cellar. Make sure you head to the cellar. So you're like, oh, maybe his dad had something to do with all of this. So Eren grabs Mikasa and Armin and then bites his hand. And then suddenly a Titan hand appears and grabs the cannonball that they just launched at them. Eren was still too weak, though, to form a full Titan. We'll break that down for you later this season. And so he forms like this half a Titan muscle. Are you kidding me? Muscle. Dear Lord. I just read the C in muscle as muscle. Muscle skull thing, and has like Mikasa and Armin in the rib cage safe, but it's like got one eyeball. It's like half formed. It doesn't have a like. It's just a torso, and it only has one arm that caught that cannonball, and it's kind of disturbing. And so when the steam like disappears, Armin and Mikasa are sitting in the rib cage like, oh, what? And they're just as like shocked at what just happened. So the episode ends, and after credits, Armin is pleading for the life of his friends and tells them he's not the monster he seems. And we see the bald general, and I can't think of his name. It's Pixis. Literally the next line in the very first line in the next episode says, and Pixis. And I was like, oh, Pixis. But the ominous quote, reason finds no holds in minds wrapped by fear, which is great and is super relevant to everything in life nowadays. Like, you can't ban groups of people because you're afraid of them. That's ignorance. Anyway, that's my political soapbox, and I'll stop it there before it spirals. But you can't fear's danger. Stupid.
Straight up, before I get into anything, I have to be honest about my true feelings.
Oh no.
So, just so y'all know, this entire episode is basically Eren's internal monologue of what the heck is happening to me, what's going on.
Yeah.
In the sub, I can't say anything about Bryce Papenbrook. I did not watch this in dub because I tried and I just couldn't. But Yuki Kanji is so good. He is so amazing. I now want to watch everything he has ever voiced. Like, I watched this and I went back to rewatch his speech. Like, I watched it twice in a row. I was like, wow, you are excellent. You're an amazing voice actor. He made me like Eren. I like Eren now.
So, my friend Sam that listens to the show, he sent me a video yesterday or the day before. And he said, Lauren's right about this voice actor. And so he sent me this YouTube video of literally him walking out and all these girls just like melting at the sound of his voice and screaming for him because he's so good.
Is excellent. Not only is it just a really nice voice, like he has a really good tone, and it's very workable. Like, he could play any character, I feel.
But he's got that emotional delivery.
He's so good. He's so good. Like, I want to go through everything he's done and just watch it because I like him so much. So he has changed me. I am an Eren supporter now. I still understand he's a bad character. Like, I get that, but I find myself rooting for him when I have this voice, and I think that's really cool.
Adult Eren voice does that to me, but never an adolescent Eren does it get me. But
like, if anyone doesn't understand why I love voice actors so much, why I spend 2 hours every episode looking at voice actors, it's because it's so good and I love it. And
I just realized I said adult Eren does it for me, and that's because I'm watching it in subbed in the adult. So maybe that's why. Because I was like, oh wait, I'm watching it live, and I've been watching the last like 2 seasons live. So maybe it's just because it's not voice actor.
He's absolutely astounding. So I don't do this. I'm very much a supporter of dub anime, but I'm telling you, don't watch the dub of Attack on Titan. Watch the sub. It makes a difference.
Except for Levi heavy episodes, you can watch the dub because
Matt Mercer's amazing.
Matt Mercer is fantastic.
J. Michael Tatum is really good. I do miss hearing his voice because I love Erwin, but just
watch it both. It's fine. Watch both.
But I'm telling you, if watch it in sub, guys. Sub. Everyone in the sub is good. Select few in the dub are good. Everyone in the sub is outstanding. Anyway, sorry, I'm off now. I only have two two new voices to give you for this episode. The first character we have is Petra Rawl. There you go. Her English voice actor is Caitlin Glass, and I've met Caitlin Glass. She's very nice. I actually met her at a convention twice.
Oh.
I met her at a convention. I met her at Fan Expo because I went to a My Hero panel, and she was very kind. And then I actually ran into her at a Fan Expo in San Antonio on accident. I was walking through the sales floor with one of my old coworkers, and I saw the booth, and she plays Mina Ashido, and I was like, Pinky, I love her. And then freaking Caitlin was sitting right there. She goes, don't I know you? And I was like, oh my God. And I freaked out and I ran away. But she remembered me. She was really sweet. Yeah, I was like, oh, hi. And then I ran. I get really weird around voice actors. They're like my rock stars. I just can't do it. But Caitlin Glass, she played Mina Ashido, or Pinky, in My Hero Academia. She plays Haruhi Fujioka in Ouran High School Host Club, who's the main character of Ouran High School Host Club. But she also plays Winry Rockbell in both the original Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I love Winry.
I know. Caitlin Glass is wonderful. We love her. And she's so nice. So, hi, Caitlin. I'm sorry I ran away from you. The Japanese voice actor is Natsuki Aikawa, and she plays Ryoko Hanawa in Rascal Does Not Dream of Honey Senpai, which is something that I have not watched yet, but I hear is great. She plays Shinas in Monster Mizumi and Kana in Naruto Shippuden. And then our second voice of this episode, who was named, is Erwin Smith, who is one of my favorite characters. I adore Erwin Smith. But his English voice actor is J. Michael Tatum, who is Scar in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Tenya Ida in My Hero Academia, and Jean-Jacques Castel in The Case Study of Vanitas. He does a lot of really good voices. His husband is also a voice actor, and they're super cute. I follow them both on TikTok.
Do they ever do like are they both in the same show?
They are both in My Hero Academia. His husband actually plays Night Eye. Yeah.
Oh, that's
cute.
fun. Too bad I hate Night Eye.
Well, I like Night Eye, so screw you.
I had a lot of beef with Night Eye, but that's really cute.
Yeah, so that's cute. They're very adorable. Follow them on TikTok. I love J. Michael Tatum. I think he's just really nice and funny, and his voice is good. Good deep man voice.
Good voice. Good voice.
The Japanese voice actor is Daisuke Ono, and he plays Masabi or Masashi. I'm sorry, I always get my in Bleach. He plays Nagi in Dead Man Wonderland, and he plays Jotaro Kujo in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I think is really funny because Matt Mercer plays Jotaro Kujo in the English, so it's Levi and Erwin, which I think is really funny. I love that. So I don't have any fun facts for this episode, but I do have the mid-episode screens, and they are... it goes over the current scout regiment. So their primary mission consists of oh no. I spelled this word weird, and now I don't know what I did.
Muscle.
So basically, they're trying to figure out how to get back Walmaria. So they're like trying to make a path and reestablish supply points for troop movement so they can get people out to the wall and hopefully seal the hole. That's their whole objective right now. I can't read you what I wrote because I apparently had a stroke. Don't worry about it. But that's all those were. They're preparing for a second operation to recapture Walmaria.
Yep. All right.
That's that.
Here we go.
So episode 10.
Episode 10.
Response. Here's your Netflix summary. Cadets respond to Eren's terrifying transformation without doubt and fear. Or with doubt and fear.
I was
without.
Like, what?
Armin must convince the commander to use Eren's powers for the good of humans. I thought it was weird that they said for the good of humans. Like, could they not say mankind? Like, yeah. I don't, whatever.
Humans, Titans.
Cha.
All right, here we go. My first note, Pixis, because I couldn't remember that dude's name. Pixis, that's his name.
I took like no notes for this, so I'm gonna close that. I don't need it anymore.
There's a lot of talking and strategizing that happened in this, and it's not like new talking or strategizing.
No.
So Pixis sees Armin's plans. Apparently, I also had a stroke. And I was typing on a computer and not on my phone, so I'm not quite sure how that happened.
To think that we go through several mini strokes in a day.
Very odd moment there.
Yeah,
and says that they can at least do the favor of hearing these yen. Oh, he hears his pleas. His pleas.
There you go.
Not please, but his pleas. So, all right, I see where my brain was at. Spelled it wrong, but
that's okay.
Pixis sees Armin's pleas and hears it and says that the least they can do is like the favor of hearing these young soldiers out. Pixis, he might be a drunkard, but he's a good guy. I love Pixis. Like, I love Pixis.
Pixis is an excellent. He's just a really good character too. He's very well rounded. Like, he's not a perfect person. Definitely not a perfect person, but he's just a really good character. There's a lot of
hear you out. He's not going to judge you right away. He's got a pretty good character judge. Like, he's not perfect. Like, he was kind of like playing around with the lords and like being safe. But when people are dying, he's like, all right, no, it's time. It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Eren says, Titans aren't our only foe. That's what he tells Armin. It's like Walking Dead. Zombies, yes, but you got to beware of the humans.
The people are the worst part. That's the best part of any apocalyptic anything. You realize that the people are your real enemy.
You figure out how to adapt to your new environment, but it's the people, because fear makes people go crazy. So knowing that people's fear of him and this newfound power may be a threat to their life. ... Again. So they want to try and retake Trost, and I wrote "sure up the hole."
Sure? You mean like cover up the hole?
I guess so. They want to sure up the hole.
There's a hole on the wall in the Trost and the Brawl, the whole bottom of the sea.
Anyway, they're gonna fill up that hole. All the soldiers aren't sure why that's the plan, and why they don't want to go back, causing some of them to like snap. And they're then what's his name? That captain is like, no, like if you abandon it, will be by death.
His name is Wowerman. Captain Wowerman.
Captain Worm, because that's all he is to me, a worm.
That works. You can call him Worm.
So Pixis announced the plan for Eren to take Titan form and move that giant boulder into the hole, blocking it and making the wall safe again. Armin explains a new part of the plan for them to lure Titans to large groups of people to be like bait while Eren moves the boulder, because it's really heavy. They're not even sure if he can pick it up in Titan form, but they need to buy him some time. Some people don't believe that Eren is a Titan, or they think they're just being sent to die, and so they start to abandon their post. They said, if you desert, you will be executed. But Pixis stops and says, man, y'all been through some trauma, and I get it. This is newfound territory, and y'all didn't see it, and I haven't really seen it. And so if you want to leave, you have my blessing. Go home to your families. Which is when you first see, like, he knows that this is a risky plan, and if they're not willing to take risks, like, this plan's not going to work. So if they need to leave because they're freaking out, we get it. You can go home. Which, I mean, good man. Just good man. So Pixis says doesn't want anyone to relive the trauma. If they've been seeing Titans and fighting Titans, like, he knows they just got out of that bloodbath. So he explains that if they don't want to fight, then it's mankind's own fault that they get wiped out, and if they die, they must die here. He does some pretty good speeches to rally up his troops.
Honestly, though,
it's like, we will not go quiet into that good night, like, kind of thing, and it's like, yeah. And so
I think it's just his demeanor is really good.
Yeah,
because he's like, he doesn't panic. He gives you the straight facts.
He's older. You can see he's gone through it all.
Yeah. Like, you can tell that he has the experience, and he's not sending you to do something that he wouldn't
Yeah.
have or hasn't already done
Yeah,
himself. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
I mean,
You
that's why
trust
he's
him.
probably a drunkard,
Yeah.
is because of him having to drown out that trauma.
Oh,
Not saying that's a healthy coping mechanism, but
It
if
is
we're in
not.
an apocalyptic world, I will not judge you for that coping mechanism.
I'm just saying I get it.
Eren says that his duty is to make false hope real and to plug the hole. I really could have phrased that better, but that
I like it.
essentially is what it's gotta do. So Mikasa's on the decoy squad, and once again, Eren's being a wiener to her. She's like, she's freaking out. She has saved him twice now. It's like, he doesn't know how to control Titan form, and she's yelling at him like, I need to be with you. I need to make sure you're safe. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know about this power. You can't control it. He just yells at her face and is a straight up wiener. He's a wiener. He's a wiener. He could have addressed that better. Mikasa might not have been in the right, but don't have to be in her face like that, wiener.
Again, it's much softer in the sub. That's all I can say. It's really not as aggressive.
It's so aggressive. And then he yells at her, it's not your responsibility to care for me. You're not my mom. He literally says that. And I'm like, I hate you. Anyway, so the garrison squad remind Eren that this is kind of really brutal. And I was like, yeah, way to go for that pep talk, man. They remind Eren that multiple people will die today, and they're all like family, and that their blood is on your hands, and you have to make their deaths worth something. Like, we could have gotten that point without, like, people are dying. Look at that person; they're gonna die right now, and their blood, it's your fault. And I'm like, whoa.
Okay, regardless of how anyone feels about Eren, you have to feel bad for him.
There's a lot of pressure.
Like, it's just like,
he didn't ask for this.
Kid, he didn't know this was happening to him. He didn't want this to happen to him. He turned into the thing that he hates the most, which just super sucks.
His dad betrayed him is kind of what he's starting to realize.
And now he's realizing that he's literally one of mankind's only hopes. Like, that's really crappy. Like,
and he's like, what, 12?
15. He's 15 years
he's
old.
15.
And that's I feel so much for Eren.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can hate this dude, but he does have the literal weight of the world on it. And, like, the way we'll see, not in this episode, but the next episode, the way he carries, like, tries to pick up the boulder, it looks like Atlas.
And it's like, so
literally the weight of the world.
Like, I like Eren now, but I would never expect anyone else to like him. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's understandable either way you look at it.
Yeah.
But you always have to appreciate what this poor child has been put through.
It's just trauma on trauma.
You, even if you hate him, I think he's
I get it,
easy to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just
like, stop yelling at Mikasa. Everything else I can understand.
Yeah.
But so I know it's really kind of intense and brutal to be guilting him that hard. Like, he didn't ask for this, like what we just said. And then Eren jumps off the wall, turns into a Titan successfully, and then Mikasa's standing on the roof watching him, like, not with her decoy squad, classic. And she goes, Eren? Because she can kind of sense something's off. And he just straight up punches her through the roof. And now everybody's about to start panicking because he just attacked a human. Oh my gosh. So Peggy's sitting above me, and she's doing a blep.
Aww.
Really adorable. She's just like staring at birds, blepping. I know I'm taking away from this lovely moment that just happened in the anime.
That's okay. Lord, it's the end of the episode.
Yeah, so he like punches through the roof, and we assumed that he punched. I mean, that's where Mikasa was standing, and like everybody's jaw just kind of drops. Like, oh shoot, maybe he doesn't have control as a Titan, and we don't know because
he doesn't know either.
He doesn't know. He didn't know he was a Titan, and yeah. So after credits, we see people getting eaten by other Titans, not Eren. Other Titans, people falling. They start attacking Eren, and we're like, oh great. And we see Eren in bed crying, and Armin is banging on a window, yelling at him, which I think. Probably like a symbolism moment there. And just when it seems the operation ends in failure, ... That's the ominous quote we could get left with.
Just dot.
dot.
So the only voice I have for this is for Keats Wellerman, who's the captain. I didn't even want to. I almost didn't do his voice actor, but do you want to know who his voice actor is, Bridget?
Wait, is it going to be someone I like?
It's someone you love.
Oh no! Who is it?
It's Christopher Sabat.
No! Him! Dang it! I almost said All Might, and I was like, no, please don't. Gosh,
for anyone that doesn't know, Christopher Sabat is one of the biggest voice actors for any English dub. He plays Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z, Toshinori Yagi or All Might in My Hero Academia, and of course, Major Alexander Louis Armstrong in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I love him so much. No,
Bridget loves, and I really wasn't gonna write this down, but I was like, I have to. But even though the character sucks, Christopher Sabat does an amazing job voicing him.
He does, because it doesn't sound anything like Alexander Louis Armstrong or Toshinori Yagi, but
so
I knew as soon as you said, Bridget, do you want to know that I was going to be so upset because I knew it was Christopher Sabat. I knew in my heart. I didn't know factually. I just knew in my heart that I was going to get betrayed because I hated this guy so much, and you were letting me call him Captain Worm because you knew. I did.
I did. Oh, your mic just went crazy right there.
Yeah, it's because I'm upset. It senses my emotion.
The Japanese voice actor's name is Tomoyuki Shimura, and he plays Kichio Nijimura in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable, which I haven't gotten that far yet, but I'm excited to see him. And then he plays Kinjiro Kinori in Bleach and the technical chief in Tawa no Kwan. And I wasn't going to put that down, but there's like 10 credits of technical chief, so I'm assuming that's an important thing for him.
Yeah.
Who knows? No fun facts this episode, but the mid-screen cards are all talking about yeast. Yeah, yeast. There's a special yeast that's made only within Walsina that keeps fodder, wheat, beans, and other items from spoiling for a really long time when placed in storerooms and tents. And by seeding storeroom catches with this yeast along the supply lines, humanity prepares to retake the Walmaria. So that's how they're keeping all of their supplies fresh. It's with this like weird yeast that they make within Walsina, and that's it.
The way you have to keep saying.
I know. Yeast. I hated that was it. It's like it gives you the title of the card up top and then all of the information underneath. So it's just a very blunt, large yeast.
Yeast.
It's like, what?
Gross.
But that's it. That's all I've got. I'm sorry to have ruined you about Christopher.
So you let me just dig that hole. And
I have been waiting to tell you that all freaking day. I feel so much better now.
So upset. My man.
It's okay. This is like his only wormy character. So
literally worm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next time we're gonna be still struggling for trust for 3 more episodes.
It's the last 3 though, right?
Yeah. These are the last 3. So we've got season 1, episode 11, Idol, the struggle for trust, part 7. Episode 12, Wound, the struggle for trust for part 8, and then episode 13, Primal Desire, the struggle for trust, part 9, and the last struggle for trust.
There's no more struggles after 9.
Not for trust, at least.
Not for trust.
Everyone else, yes. There are still plenty of struggles.
There's many struggles, just not
for trust.
Struggles.
Not for trust, yeah.
All right, well, we'll make this short and sweet because your girl gotta go.
Yeah, your girl gotta go. We're back to work. This is my lunch break.
But we love anime.
We love you. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh.
Mouse.
No, bye.
Okay, bye.